Warning, the content you're about to receive is for the sole purpose of exposing fake trainers, doctors, nutritionists, life coaches, and wellness gurus, in addition to educate them and provide you with accurate information. Okay, we're here today doing an interview with Melinda. She is actually one of our clients at Guaranteed Fitness Gym. Jose is her trainer. And Melinda, thank you for coming to this interview.
You're welcome.
Okay, so the deal is this. You know, you and I were talking off camera when we started. You know, half the battle for a client is, number one, this is based just on my experiences over the years, you know, how important it is. As a trainer, we have to understand how important it is that you even step into a gym setting.
Right.
Because if you're not really aware as a trainer, you know, you don't know that, and it's scary. You know, I was at the world level, you know, competing, and I did a photo shoot at Gold's Gym. I was scared out of my brains because that's where all the pros trained.
Right.
I didn't think I belonged there. That made me realize, because I started hearing things from clients like, you know, one of the things I'm really happy about now that I trained them was that you made me understand that I could do this. And I learned, and that gave me confidence.
Good.
And I just think that that's really important, you know, because if you as a client don't have that, it's going to be hard to, you know, for you to continue on. So my question is this for you. Okay, until you started working with Jose, did you ever have a trainer?
No.
You did not?
It's my first time.
Okay. Did you ever attempt doing this on your own?
In regards to circuit, downtown, you know, actual training, no. Just
No.
your typical walk around the neighborhood type of thing and do your little videos, your workout, aerobics. No, but that's it.
That's it, you know? And I think you're really a classic example of a lot of people. And the thing about that is, and I think you know that probably now that you have a trainer, is that when you're doing stuff like that, you know, you really are not aware of all the things that really need to be done in a certain way to get an effect.
Definitely.
And this is the reason why a lot of times people just end up, you know, in fact, there's a stat out there, a lot of these open clubs know that, is that they know that in 27 and a half days that people will come in and join up. This happens a lot at the first of the year. And then in 27 and a half days, most of those people transition out.
I believe it.
Because if you don't have enough information, you get frustrated because you're thinking, what the hell? You know, I'm doing all this work, even though you may not, but you feel like you are, and you think that you should be getting something more back from that. And that creates frustration, and the next thing you know, then you get on that cycle, that yo-yo cycle, you know? So you never did that, because I've had a lot of people that have come in, they said they've done just exactly what you're doing, but they just didn't quite get what they were looking for. So what made you want to search out and hire a trainer, look for a trainer?
Well, what made me want to do it is that it happened actually on the weekend when it came to moving my niece into Cal Poly. And we had to move all her stuff up 3 flights of stairs.
Oh.
And I didn't realize how out of shape and how overweight I was after just trying to go up the first flight of stairs. I literally thought I was going to die. And it was grueling. And I was just thinking that at my age, I should not even be sweating so hard or wanting to stop after first flight of stairs. I was so out of shape, it was just crazy. And so my coworkers were coming to Guarantee Fitness and was seeing Jose as their trainer, and they were just telling Melinda, just give it a shot. Just go in there one time and, you know, and give it a shot. So I did it. I came in for, you know, the free train that one day, and looking back at my first day, I thought I was going to die, but how far I've come along, and I was only walking on the treadmill for 20 minutes, but then that made me realize how really out of shape I was too again. So
I think that, you know, we all have a come to Jesus moment at some point, a wake up moment, you know, and you had that that day. That took that to make you like snap out of that.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, made me also pull in was the trainer Jose.
Yes.
He pulled me in. His attitude, and he educated me on what circuits targeted what areas, and he explained it to me in detail. Until this day, he still does it because I forget. You know, you get back in your groove of maybe bending a certain wrong way, and he brings me back in and tells me to.
Well, and that's exactly what the trainer should do. You see, the mark of a good trainer is that they're engaged with their client.
Yes.
And that doesn't mean that they're engaged just some of the time. That means they're engaged all the time, even when the client doesn't think they're looking.
He watches.
And that's right, and that's the way it should be. And yet, over the years, I've actually, because I'm calling out fake trainers now in the industry, and the problem with some of them is that they, in the beginning, it's like listen, this is a relationship between your trainer and yourself.
Oh, definitely.
So what happens a lot of times in a relationship, a normal one, you're all fired up and ready to go. Then about 18 months down the road, it starts to become routine. That's the routine part of this thing. Is actually one of the worst things that can happen for both client and trainer. I'm not saying that you don't need a certain amount of routine in your workout, but when it gets to the point where all of a sudden the trainer's just kind of phoning it in, all of a sudden they've lost that person came in for and that engagement. That's death to these trainers, and that's the reason why most of them can't make a living at that. But what you're telling me is Jose is saying all that. He's educating you.
Yes.
Because that's all he can do is educate you and give you the information. But you have to have skin in the game.
Well, the one thing that also Jose does is that it's not routine with him, the way he trains me. He changes it up. And I need that change in order to keep me motivated and want to keep working out. Because if it's repetitive, I lose interest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and the thing that maybe you're aware of this, maybe you're not. What he's doing, he's changing it up just enough to make it different.
Exactly.
What's really interesting that people don't know, this happens in CrossFit training. I'm not necessarily bagging on them, but physiologically, what happens is your body needs a certain amount of repetitions in order to adapt to that environment.
Right.
So but yet you can make little subtle changes, and it's kind of like the same but different.
Yes.
That's what he's doing with you, changing it up just enough to keep you. It's like at Vegas where you win every once in a while.
Yeah.
It keeps you going.
Right.
And that's what it is. That is the mark of a good trainer.
Exactly.
Okay. So then let me ask you this now. When you came in, what were your goals?
My goals was to, of course, definitely to get in better shape, to lose weight, and to really basically strengthen my core.
Okay. When you're in a consultation, it's not always about weight loss. I think that might be a misconception for certain people and why sometimes they get freaked out about coming into the gym. It's not always about that. That's included in that, but it's also about interest loss. It's also about developing more endurance, which is part of the reason why you came in.
Right.
To develop endurance because of that your stair issue, So with that being said, did you have like a number as far as weight loss when you came in?
No, because I do not like the scale.
Okay.
I'm not a scale person. Yes, I have got on the scale occasionally, but no, I stay off of it. Just based on my weight loss on my clothing.
And I think that's smart. I'm the type of individual, because I'm sick in the head that way, as a bodybuilder, that sport does crazy things to you. I need to see my weight. Not only do I need to see it, I need to see it every day. I wait sometimes twice a day. But I don't think it's definitely not necessary because, a good rule of thumb is this, and a lot of people don't know that. You can tell if you're dropping body fat, if your clothes are fitting better. It doesn't matter what you weigh. If you're getting the right look, that's all that matters. If the weight happens to come off, fine. So again, you do not, for those people that are wondering, you do not have to get on a scale.
Especially for females, we don't want to see that number.
No, it's horrifying. And it's funny because I'm just flashing back. I had a client of mine. I said, come on. This was when I was a young trainer. And I said, get on the scale. They go, no. I mean, they were fighting me. And finally, we came to a compromise. They faced away from the number. So I could only see the number. That's how bad they did not want to see the number.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when I started realizing you really don't. I like, as a trainer, and this is what I'm sure Jose does with you, is there's things that he wants to keep you accountable to.
Oh, yes.
And that's the main thing. As far as endurance-wise, I mean, okay, have you done those steps since you've been to the gym?
Oh, yes.
Have you?
I have. Well, we had to, even just with that 6 months when we had come time to move her out, I can now go up the 3 flight of stairs carrying up a big rug. And
Nice.
it's not and I'm not out of breath and I'm not sweating and
Yeah.
it's no problem. Now it's a challenge to me. I want to do more. So
There you go. That is awesome to hear. How long have you been coming to Jose?
It was November of 2015, actually 3 years ago today.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
You guys have an anniversary.
We do.
You gonna drink some
Jose
alcohol,
owes
any
me-
cake and donuts?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
If I was your trainer, I'd let you do that.
You know what? I
No,
used to be in the
just kidding.
sweets, but after working out, it's not appealing to me anymore.
Yeah, I would do
you
that
know?
because it's job security.
Oh, there
so to
you
speak.
go. Oh.
Anyway, hey, listen, to finish this thing up, I want to
Yes.
tell you something because, most people, when they start, they have this idea and they want to do something, whether it be to get in better shape, to increase endurance, or to bodybuild and get up on stage. There's a lot of people over the years I've been in this business that they have the idea that they have good intentions, but a small percentage of people actually follow through. So the reason I'm telling you that is that I know that Jose is proud of you. I am proud of you because I know what it takes to keep going down this path. Some people, this idea, this quick fix stuff that they have on the market, most of the quick fix diets and these quick, you can do this, get in great shape doing 30 seconds of cardio a day. I mean, this stuff is designed to fail. So for you to be hanging in there and still being energized, I think that is a really true testament to you because you're hanging in there and to your trainer. Is there anything? Yeah.
I would say on top of not only the weight loss, what brings me in is that because everybody has struggles of daily life, and what helps coming in and working out is that this is your hour and a half or 2 hours just to wind down and release everything, all the mental things that you're going through. 'Cause everybody has challenges in life, and to me, this is also just like a stress reliever.
Well,
for
and
me.
it actually is. It's actually good for you. I know there's been times in my life where the last thing I want to do is be here. But when I made myself go, and I did it, not only did I feel good, but I felt good about the fact that I made myself go.
Right. There's one thing Jose does is that he holds me accountable for it. So there's times where I don't feel like coming in.
Yeah.
Just that I don't feel like it, or just make an excuse that I don't want to.
Yeah.
But he'll text me and say, "Where are you? Are you coming in?" Or if I did happen to skip a date, "Where were you yesterday?"
Yeah.
And that's what I need. I need that. So that
Yeah, we all do.
I need that discipline.
We all do.
Yeah.
Anyway, so again, thank you for coming to the interview. I think it's I think you're in good hands.
I
with your
think so
trainer.
too. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I think you have a great group.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. Please go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Not only subscribe, there's a little notification bell on the side. If you hit that, every time I upload a video, it will alert you.